Hi everyone, so I haven't done a Renee Asks You video for quite some time, and I thought that I'd bring this up because it's not a Renee Rants video. I guess it's more of a Renee Reflects, but I'm also really very interested to hear your opinion. So if you have read the Hunger Games trilogy, or indeed just the first novel, I'm curious to know what you think about the potential or lack thereof that the film adaptation could have in terms of accurately portraying violence, which, as you know, was one of my main issues with the first book, and indeed the series. Because I've been discussing this with some people in the comments section in the videos, and I'm just wondering how people feel about, I don't know, like, what you think the potential is for the films to go ahead and, you know, accurately, loyally depict what happens within the games themselves. I feel like, you know, there's only so much you can tell from trailers, especially given that the teaser trailer and the theatrical trailer really only lead up to a certain point, you know, once the games first start, because obviously you don't want to give too much away and have a really spoilerific trailer. I don't know, I get the sense, somehow I just feel instinctively that it's not going to be a very graphic film in depiction of violence, mainly because I feel like the target demographic would be teens, and it's not that teens don't see a lot of violence, you do. Some teens elect to see a lot of violence, like those friggin' Saw movies or whatever, but because I feel like, like the demographic would play into how they're going to rate the film as well. I don't know, ratings in America work differently than over here. I think your PG-13 is our M, and when you guys say R-rated, that's MA rated for us. I think I've got that right. But I'm assuming for Australian audiences this film would have to be M, but, you know, that doesn't necessarily mean that much. On the one hand, I'm a book purist, even when I'm not a huge fan of the source material. I like to see things handled as accurately in the transfer from page to screen, if that can be done. And I'm torn, because even more so than having to read violence, I have a really, really hard time seeing it on a screen. And usually I'll either like look down or cover my face, or sometimes if it's bad enough I'll leave the cinema. I'll come back in once I'm sure that scene or sequence is over, but sometimes I have been known to get up and have to walk out because I just can't stomach watching it. So I wouldn't want to have to go through that whilst watching the Hunger Games movie, but on the other hand, I had that, you know, that much, that level of a negative reaction while reading the book, so I feel like if it was going to, you know, portray it accurately on screen, then it would have to be that level of discomfort and disgusting graphic detail. I instinctively feel like they're not going to go down that route, that they might just do a lot of suggestive cinematography and sound and things, which on the one hand that can be even more disturbing. You know, a lot of the time you'll see, I can't even, my brain's not working at the moment, so I can't think of examples, but, you know, particular filmmakers who would rather, in horror and those sort of genres, they'd rather suggest than, you know, directly display particular gruesome moments and things, and the mere suggestion of something can be just as, if not more, unsettling than having to actually see it in detail. So, I mean, either way it could work. I'm wondering what people think about where the film's going to go and what you would prefer to see it do, and how you feel just in general about violence in film, especially when it comes to adaptations of work. I mean, just for myself, some examples that I kind of feel ashamed about. Harry Potter. When the Order of the Phoenix film came out, I remember being, I feel so like, horrible to be saying this, but when the battle in the Ministry of Magic happened, and you've got the Order, or the core group of 5, or however many there were, fighting against the Death Eaters, I was surprised. Well, actually, no, I was more so just disappointed, because you'll recall in the book we've got like a lot of direct violence happening to those kids. Neville's nose gets broken. I think Luna, does she break a limb? I can't recall. Or break, you know, an arm or something. And they're getting hurt. They're getting badly hurt, all of them. And, you know, you have to read about it, and it's horrible to, especially, you know, Neville, because your heart just breaks for that guy no matter what. And I remember thinking, I wonder if they're going to actually show this on screen, because if they do, part of me would be really, really upset to have to see that occur, but on the other hand, I'll actually be kind of proud. You know, it would be an admirable thing to see the films take that step up and not be afraid or intimidated by what Joe had described in the books, and to think, oh, we have this target audience and children are watching it, so we can't do that, and oh, you know, we have censorship to think of and whatnot. And in the end, that was the case. I mean, you see Luna gets, like, hit once, I think, and has a bloody nose or something, and that's the only real allusion to violence that happens towards the kids, well, during that whole battle. And I remember thinking, I was let down by that, and I still don't know how that makes me feel as a person, but just in terms of accurate, you know, depiction from the source material, that pissed me off. Also, some of the stuff that occurred within the final Deathly Hallows, Part 2 in particular, I don't think that, Part 1, actually, Hermione's torture scene, I remember being very disappointed by that, because the book, it was so horrific to have to endure those moments where you know that Hermione's screaming and Cruciatus Curse is going on up there, and you know, that's the thing, you know what's happening, like, it's not just something that's alluded to or left ambiguous, you know that she's getting out and out tortured by Bellatrix. So when you see the scene in the film, and all the evidence that is there is mudblood scrawled into her arm in blood, and that's disgusting, but it doesn't really warrant the screams that are going on. So I just remember thinking that was really downplayed in the film, and it lessens the impact of it, and it lessens the stakes. So, yeah, I don't know, those were just Harry Potter examples, but yeah, I'm just curious what you think the film will or will not do in terms of the violence, and yeah, so just let me know. I'm asking you.